Is Aeon's Trespass Odyssey as simple as it claims to be? Well, obviously not, because you're watching this video and we simply have to disagree. This is Quack Co, and today's Flocking Fridays over here on the Board Game channel, where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed. And this is the episode, this is the series where we just complain a little bit, where we have petty, petty, simple little complaints, right? We get spiteful, we get angry, and we can complain about things that maybe you don't care about, maybe are inaccurate, but we were learning the prologue of this game, and we stumbled across a few simple phrases in the rulebook, a few areas where it felt like the person who was writing this or designing this was talking directly to us. As we were struggling 5 hours through this tutorial, the game kept on telling us
it was simple.
It was simple.
It just didn't flocking sit well.
Man, we were sitting here reading this. You want to give an example of like what we were doing? We're banging our head against the wall.
Yeah, after spending countless hours trying to fumble through this thing and making mistakes, checking rules, 80-page rulebook, 34 pages here, you get here to near the end. Now you're 1/3 of the way towards unlocking a new ability and having a breakthrough. Simple, with an exclamation point. At this point, we were like, simple?
I was like, simple? What do you mean simple? Why is the rulebook telling me this is flocking simple? Nothing about this process has been simple. Worthwhile, possibly. Like, good to go through, extensive, ambitious, amazing, incredible, sure, vast, euphoric, I'll give you that. Simple it is not.
Yep. Whenever you gain or lose diplomacy with a faction, simply mark the change on the appropriate track.
Just simply do it. Just simply do that. This is one of the 563 different mechanics we're teaching you. We're bringing 3 massive games, merging them together. People are loving it. I get all that. But why in the rulebook, repeatedly, do you need to, like, tell me it's simple? Simply. Just simple to do this, simple to do that. This one mechanic, clearly, when you boil it down to a single phrase or line, it's simple to follow. First off, it makes me feel like someone was playtesting this game with you, or people were experiencing this game and kept communicating to you, the publisher, that the game was anything but simple. And so in the rulebook, you just left in little notes to remind people that it in fact was simple, easy to do,
or
easy to follow.
You're writing the rulebook, you know the rules as well as anybody could possibly know them, and to you, it is simple. But to the rest of us...
To me, it's not simple. And I don't like having your rulebook, as I'm reading through it, just in the middle of 3 hours of struggling through this, and literally like banging my head against a wall because we're doing things like sorting for cards, trying to find nuanced rules. There's things you've missed in the rulebook that you haven't communicated to us without going on to BGG to find answers to. I don't like that there's an errata that is telling me 16 pages worth of an errata to help me find the cards I need to play your game, and your response in the rulebook to me repeatedly, almost every single page, I don't know about that, but quite a few pages, your response to the rulebook is to say, oh, it's simple.
And I think it stuck out to us because we were struggling so much to get through so much of this stuff that the word simple just popped off the page.
I know. Nuanced, petty, simple little complaint, but how simple is it to get your cards in the right order or give them number cues that allow you to actually find them when you're playing the game? How simple is it to not need 16 pages of an errata for people to actually get your game to the table? How simple is it to write a rulebook that isn't over 120 pages long? Clearly not simple at all because you've made a complex game. So why tell me, the person that's trying to learn your game, that it should be? Just leave that part off. I don't need that.
It's Flocking Friday. Do you feel better?
Well, a little bit. A little bit. And this is fun for me. I'm excited. We're gonna play this game. We're gonna get deep into it. Like, we've dedicated days to sit here and dive in and cover Aeon's Trespass.
I am excited.
Like, frustration is part of that process. That's why we made this series. And at the same time, I'm a little frustrated. It's really
Leave a comment. Tell us if you got frustrated trying to learn Aeon's Trespass, or if it just breezed through and was simple for you.
Yeah, I mean, please, let us know. Do you agree? Was it simple? Are we the idiots? It might be. The rulebook might be right. We might be the idiots. Either way, I just...
Breathe.
Have a flocking day.